I mean, for me, I've been like from day one, from my first drum machine, I've been a visionary about music and the technology and moving things forward. So I believe that the internet is amazing. I think file sharing was a dream. Like, you know, I believe in everything that is here is to be used. Like every bit of software, every bit of code, every number that builds a tool for me is amazing. Every person that does it is an artist, I still think that like the artists that convert like an SH-101 or a 303 into a bit of software is an artist, that's someone who's made a painting of something that has come to life with numbers, It's up to me how I want to use them tools, At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and complain because, like, I can't make the sound with the knob what I can do on the computer. I can't. I mean, some people I can't. I'll turn up at a gig and maybe I've got like 2 computers and a mixer, and they're like, but where's the drum machines? Like, you're the guy, come on. I'm like, well, yeah, back when I bought my analog 303 for 50 pounds, it was like basically being laughed out of the studios because it didn't sound like a bass guitar. And like now you're trying to tell me that the 303 doesn't sound like the computer. But I'm the wrong person to be like, going into reverse or retro. I'm like, the music that I started to make was technological music for people who were moving forward, like we were like moving into like a new state. We were escaping like the old past, you know what I mean? We were always trying to move things forward. The music was about making something that wasn't there before, like making a new step forward, So, like going backwards or like, going, okay, well I need to have like a drum machine with wooden sides on it and, it's great to collect, there was one point, actually before I moved to New York, I had like an entire room just full of like old, like bits of wire and broken synthesizers and all this stuff, and I loved it, and I used to go in there and tinker around, but I wasn't really making songs for a little while, and like by the time you'd figured out what was wrong with the machines, you'd forgotten about the music, what you wanted to make. And I mean, I respect it. I respect a lot of it. But it's for me personally, and everyone's different. For me personally, it's had its time, and like I can move on. I can get the sounds in my head. Like I can get them through the speakers, like at a faster rate than I used to be able to. I don't have to clean the sounds up like I used to have to. I used to have to scribe everything down. I used to have to write everything, like all the notes, everything. I used to write all that down. I don't do that now. I just press save or save as. It's like, for me, it's an easier process. I'm like actually living closer to the age where I was dreaming of, where I just think the music and it's there, and like this is a process that, I mean, I've got so much music still in my head, and and I feel that I need to share it, so I need to get it out, and part of that is the machinery that I use, and like basically shaping that into a way that it does what I want it to do, and not the other way around, And I would encourage like some of the younger people and all to respect the machinery and everything, but like also at some point you're gonna have to make some music with it. And I think that's the most important thing. It's a tool at the end of the day. I mean, you've got different brands of hammers and stuff, but they all do the same thing. They knock nails in. You know, a keyboard makes sounds. The oscillators and things, they shape the sounds. Unless you're going to use the presets, then basically your job is to shape the sounds, make the sounds to make the music. Or just download them from the internet, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's up to you to, I mean, like most samplers and synths, soft or hard, basically have processors or ways of shaping the sound. It's up to you, you know, it's like you're not going to go and buy a block of plasticine from a shop and then put it on the table and go, yeah, you know, look, that's it. You know, you're going to want to get your fingers dirty and get into it and make your own thing. So it should be the same, I think, with every piece of machinery you get, you know. I mean, for me, like, the more malleable the synth, the better. You know, the more I can get into it, the more process, the more functionality, the more I can change it, the better. You know, that's the dream synth, the one I can actually like change and twist and bend and like, you know, almost break. You know, that's the one I want. You know, and you know it's almost like virtual circuit bending with some of them. But I mean, I still go back to the drum machines every now and again just to basically make myself see how lucky I am to have the software. But I actually do agree with that the basis should be the synths. If you've never used a synth or a drum machine, then as a young person, I say you should actually try and go into a real studio, a real recording studio, and see the process of that we used to have to do to record, and actually get used to. If you can get used to like the knobs and faders, then when it comes to the virtual, then you know your mind's already set.